Now I would like to invite Mr. Wasantha Deshapriya, who was a program director, re-engineering government at ICTA. For this program area, it was crucially necessary that using ICT in local languages was made possible. He was also the secretary to the Ministry of Telecommunications and Digital Infrastructure during 2015 to 18, and was the Director General of SLEDA prior to that. He has more than 35 years of public sector experience and has been extensively involved in government computerization and e-government initiatives. He will now speak to us about the necessity for local languages in government.
On ICTA and Madam Samonaika, Jans Fernando, Chairman of Educated Domain Registry, and friends, and especially Aruni, Miss Aruni Gunathilaka. When I recall her name, it brings smiles to my because we know that when we were trying transliterations, people who are writing Gunathilaka in different names, she's the one who opposed that first, you know. Gunathilaka Sinhala in going into English, it is not coming in the way that she wants, you know, not double O and all that. And that is yes, doing all that was, you know, we work hard, but we had very lovely, you know, hilarious moments while doing that. Coming to my topic, yes, government cannot do without Sinhala and Tamil ways of computing. I came across first Sinhala and Tamil when I came to the Ministry of Public Administration, where Helawadana and Tibas of Finance Plan and Helawadana funds were having a huge battle selling packages to everyone, every computer. There has to be a dongle and one package. So we had about, even those days, about over 50 computers. One Tibas package was 12,000 rupees at those days. So it was every time, once in 2 years, they would upgrade it and provide a different dongle. So it was a huge battle. When those days, we only used Sinhala and Tamil for word processing, and very rarely in even presentations and spreadsheet. However, when we were going into e-government and websites, this became a major problem. There was no way for us to present our information in 3 languages. First attempt was basically, Aruni also helped me. We did in 2002, 3 languages were used partially to find public admin circulars. Actually, we use kaputa.com font. Anybody who wants to use the trilingual interactive service should have to download kaputa.com and kakam.com, which were freely given by the friend introduced by Aruni and Lalit De Silva of the government printer, which Mr. Niranjan. We call him Kaputa. Anyway, he's a very lively character. I very gratefully, appreciatively, I remember. I have very fond memory of him because he went out of the way to support. He didn't charge a single cent. He said he used to be a government servant, so everything that he gives is free to government at that time. So, however, when we joined ICTA and when those days, Dr. Gihan and Aruni were grappling with this, Aruni has written this incident very briefly. our communication manager, strategic communication manager, wrote a mail to everyone at ICTA saying that, with they didn't have that smiley face those days, and there were no icons, but she has said that, BBC Sinhala site is all in English. So that is funny when you look at, but being the apex body for propagating ICT among the masses, and we didn't even have our website in Sinhala. We didn't have a single word in Sinhala or Tamil, and even our letterhead was only in English. So I wrote back a nasty mail to that. She still with the particular lady still reminds this incident, and this led to as Agni has mentioned, our CEO pressurizing Dr. Gihan and Agni to come up with the solution, and I was writing mail after mail to Manju. Because we had a gov.lk web portal only in English by that time, and it is it is you can't have the English website for a country which is the communication is done in Sinhala and Tamil predominantly. So Manju is also under pressure. I know that because there's no, but I couldn't let it down. And so one day I went to, I remember Manju was having another, Manju was very practical man and having a whiteboard to write things that he wants to do it day by day. And having sent the mail 3-4 times, I took a printout and went and pasted it there. No, I left it on his table and no response still. Then I took another printout, and I was a fan of, the Dilbert cartoons, and there was a funny Dilbert cartoon. Jane in Dilbert, it is a IT management cartoon series. There's the Jane, who is the programmer, is writing to CEO asking for a meeting to discuss the very urgent matter. So Jane is writing one after mail, and doesn't CEO is not giving. I can't remind the CEO's name with that leadership. So the cartoon is now. She has gone and pasted the email on his desk and covering entire table, and so it's still not giving a meeting. A CEO is not giving a meeting. So Jane is gate crashing and going with a tattooing needle, and CEO asks, "Why is this?" No, I send you my same email 3 times. I pasted in your table, and now I came to tattoo that email in your chest. So you will see that. So that is a cartoon I posted in his desk. Well, big print, and he came with the printout of the cartoon and saying, "Wasantha, before you come with the needle, I came to you and let's discuss your need." So I said, I am not going to do anything unless you give me Sinhala and Tamil Unicode fonts, so we could come up with the Sinhala websites. So we came with the first trilingual website in 2006. I hope I tried it to Wayback Machine, and it was done by actually eFusion, Kaputa.com, the Niranjan's right, and it was you can see it has Sinhala and Tamil the way right now the way we are working, and it has all the pages in everything is in Sinhala and Tamil. So it was I think remarkable way the eFusion, Mr. Niranjan Migam, who took this. Actually, two companies bid for that, Niranjan and somebody else, and the other company completely failed. And Niranjan took did a lot of research, a lot of new work, innovative work. So that's why I am referring to, remembering his name, though he's not here. Doing from that point onwards, we did, I think, over 1,000 government websites in the 3 languages. By 2010, almost every government organization had trilingual websites with content management systems. However, that is where, and ICTA, though we came up with the mechanism to represent information in local languages, we didn't have a way of pushing it forward. That is where we came up with the e-government policy in 2009. Jayanta and Agni is the one who drafted the almost basically managed it entirely, and that was a very nice work. And it had the requirement written that all the government organizations should present the information, whatever it is, in all 3 languages by using SLA's standards and Sinhala and Tamil Unicode. And even if you can, no, don't worry. We had the way of even presenting in that particular government policy. English should be in the viewer welcome page. English should be in the middle. Tamil and Sinhala should be on other sides for selecting your preferred language. So why I am referring to this particular policy is that policy became the vehicle and making it mandatory for government to use Sinhala Unicode for communication, the websites, and even doing systems. And it went into interoperability standards in that particular thing. And the particular policy indicated how Sinhala, Tamil, and English information should be captured by the databases. Though it is mandated to communicate in it, so what are the essential information that should be kept in Sinhala and Tamil, which cannot be transliterated as it is? What could be transliterated and presented? What could be stored in the backend? So we that particular e-government policy went very far, referring how things should be done by the government. So that is where most of the things stopped. I know after 2014, as Mr. Jayanta Fernando mentioned, and Agni also mentioned, the localization and propagation of e-government to masses completely stopped, and local government work stopped, and government using Sinhala, no standardization, nothing at all. People started using different fonts. Even I have very recently seen some government websites using proprietary fonts, and so we can't see it unless you download it. So that is because we are not monitoring the implementation of the policy, and policy is also mostly outdated. And the other part is Mr. Jayanta Deshapriya mentioned about the first translator they did. ICT also spent a lot of money, did 2 translators, but still each organization is using their own transliterators. So that is again breaking the interoperability requirements. I think the government having one common solution as a service system for transliteration is a must, because just to keep it uniform, because Gunatilaka name would be written in different ways unless there is but actually the first translator gave the option what was done by Sansland. In case I prefer Deshapriya to be written with Panushan, I could suggest that in particular, when referring to my the way I want my name to be written is this way. So they will capture the exceptions, and when referring to particular person, will come up with a particular way of writing your name. So with that, so I think there are, this book says that we have come far and we have done a lot. That is groundwork, but you won't, we can't be satisfied that everything is okay, as we realize the chairman of ICT wrote to Unicode consider very recently. They did to some some other characters, some not mandatory characters coming into the main page of Sinhala main area. Likewise, there are a lot of things that could be further done to ensure that government would be using standard Sinhala and Tamil mechanisms, technologies to represent, present information and capture information from the users. So that is that area. I think is going to be again with coming mobile and new technologies, as Professor Gihan has mentioned. We are stepping into new areas like artificial intelligence, IoT, robotics, VR, AR, and everything, and how Sinhala and Tamil would be users who want those technologies to be used in their preferred language. That is the right that has been ensured by the Constitution of Sri Lanka. So it is the mandate of ICTA to ensure that whatever the new technologies that would be people who are only capable of communicating in a particular language, they should only in Sinhala and Tamil. They should we should ensure that they would also be treated equally, and there won't be no unequal treatments. So with that, I congratulate Aruni, writing this book and taking so much time. And it is great to see that, all the 99.9 work that has been done those days being documented. And it is going to be a historical book, because this cannot be done again. I mean, the work that was done at the LLWG, I need to again give my appreciation. The very, very the dedicated team. They never work for any returns other than the satisfaction. Starting from Gihandas to Harsha, Ruan, and so there are so many people who spend their dedicated their time on developing Sinhala and Tamil localization, computing in those languages, and the knowledge gained on their personal interest work shared with the common. They make it a common public value finally through this work. So I for the work that they supported for the improving the government e-government work by their dedication, I thank them also. And again, well done, Aruni. I'm really happy. I'm a bookworm, so I really happy to have this book, especially as author by with your signature and all. Thank you.